Oh, watch out, Miss Berlin. Watch out, Miss Berlin. All right, so it is time. It is time. Although I need to shift because, actually I think we're okay. As you can see, Sophia is totally napping. I just want to clean off my cameras. Clean off the cameras. Not now. Actually, it's live at 5. It's live at. Cool. So it's a little skewed today, guys. Actually, so maybe what I need to do is I just need to do this. There. That way you guys can see me a little bit better. Okay. So I think we're good with YouTube. Your good stars are good there. It is okay. Hi guys. We are doing the live. Okay, cool. All right, guys. So let's do some practice. As you might have seen from my Instagram post, we are practicing over here in the corner because Sophia is enjoying a nap over there. It is what it is. So, welcome. Thanks for coming. It's just about to be about 6:30. I'm going to go ahead and get started today. And yes, because I don't know. Oh, I know. I taught for Washington Yoga Center last night. That's what it was. So I did my free class for them last night. It was a $5 donation. And I am going to need this. I need to adjust my schedule for next week. I don't know exactly what that's going to be. I'll work on that tomorrow. I've been a little bit busy the past couple of days. Things have changed dramatically for me in a very short span of time. So, yay, we love that. I guess we're used to it now, right? But so as soon as I get an idea of what I can feasibly do as a schedule, and that actually will sort of change as I get acclimated to the new situation. I will let you know, okay? So, like I said, things have become a little bit different very rapidly, and I love it, but there we are. That means I have to change things across the board. Thank you again to those who have made donations to the channel. So I've been doing this, when did I start doing this? The end of March. It's been about 6 weeks, month and a half. And I will continue offering classes as much as I'm able. And I will increase, I may have to back off a little and then increase them as I get, like I said, my bearings. Thank you again, like I said in my post, to those who have donated. People have been donating around like $5 a class, which is great. And then there are people who have been donating about $20 a month, which has been like for an all-access subscription type of thing. So I feel like that makes sense, right? So thank you very much. And thank you for those who have liked, subscribed, shared my classes, all of that good stuff. It's all good ways of paying it forward and getting what I'm doing out to the people who need it. So, without further ado, let's do some class. Bring your feet into Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together and activate the feet. And as always, I have my sparkles on. But we are doing this in a little, if the lighting is a little weird tonight, I apologize, but I'm not going to move Sophia. She's very happy over there in her cushion. And I love that she's joining with me now this is the second class I taught today. Activate the feet in Baddha Konasana. If bringing the heels very close to the body is too close for you, move them further away into more of a diamond shape, more and more and more. I'm sitting up on a blanket. I recommend you do too. And tonight, maybe have 2 blocks and a roll. If you don't have a rolled up mat, and I've described how to do that in other classes, please make sure you create something, maybe a bolster or a pillow or something that you can lay over at the end of class. We'll be doing frog belly down. So bring your feet to Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Activate the feet by spreading the toes wide, like I'm doing with my fingers. You can't see my toes because I'm in my kitty slippers. Tonight's pranayama will be 100 rounds of Kapalabhati into a round of Uddiyana. All right. So what to do with that is Kapalabhati is short bursts of air through the nose, belly pulls back to spine. Hey, Laura. And you will have like a passive inhalation with that action. So you won't be starved of breath. If you lose the pace or are not on the pace that I'm keeping, find a pace that works for you. And you don't need to do 100. Or you can come back to it, right? Stop and come back. And then we'll move to Uddiyana. I'll give you the instructions. Actually, watch me first for Uddiyana. So in Uddiyana means the belly flies up. So we'll be doing it in a stage 2 wrist stretch position with the fingertips towards the shins, palms lifted, thumbs wide. In Uddiyana, we take a deep breath in through the nose. We hold the breath. And then there's a big whoosh, exhale out. Breath stays out, pull belly back to spine. Softly, so you widen the back. Chin tucked. To come out of the pose, let the belly go, and then inhale to sit up. All right, we'll get to it. Let's do 100 Kapalabhati to 1 Uddiyana. We'll do another 100 to 1, 100 to 1. We'll do it 3 times. So bring your fingers into chest opener, planting the fingertips on the floor behind the buttocks, palms lifted, thumbs, fingertips on the floor. Activate the feet. For Kapalabhati, take a partial breath in. And begin. Short bursts of air through the nose. Belly pulls back to spine. Stay rooted into the fingertips on the floor. Stay active in your feet. Feel the shoulder blades drawing together on the back and down. An issue with my Facebook. I'm keeping the count. Got about 25 more breaths in. Finish up and take a deep breath in. Exhale all the way out through the mouth. Pause that. Take another deep breath in. And just exhale all the way out. And exhale all the way out through the mouth. Let's move into that round of Uddiyana now. Thanks for waiting. Bring your fingertips in front of you, palms lifted, active feet. Take another deep breath in, and this time we're going to hold a little longer, widening the upper back. Holding the breath, tuck the chin, Uddiyana, exhale out. Keep the breath out. Pull the belly back to spine, creating a concave belly. Let the belly go. And inhale, peel your hands away from the floor. Bring your hands up behind again for chest opening position. 100 Kapalabhati. Partial breath in when you're ready. And then begin. That's 50. Keep going. Couple of cues. Push the fingertips into the floor. Stay lifted in the palms. Shoulder heads back. Shoulder blades down. Got about 25 more. This time, one deep breath in. Bring the hands forward, stage 2, wrist stretch position. Fingertips to shins. Exhale through the mouth. Keep the breath out, pull low belly back to spine. Tuck the chin. Heel the hands up. Back to Kapalabhati. One final round of 100. I'm not going to give any cues for this one. Just feel your way through it. But this time, feel for continuing to keep the action in the low part of the belly. Upper body stays quiet. Keeping active feet will help with that. Let's take a partial breath in. Finish up and take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Bring the hands in front of the body, turn fingertips to shins, and exhale out. Keep the breath out. Hold low belly back. Let the belly go and inhale to sit up. Keep your feet in Baddha Konasana. Keep the feet active. And that warms me up a lot, and it should you too. You should feel a little warmer than when you started. Hip opening sequence, stages 1, 2, and 3. Take the right hand out on a diagonal away from the right hip. Bend the elbow slightly and push the palm into the floor. Roll the shoulder head back, shoulder blade down. Activate the feet. Take left hand into the hip crease with the thumb really in the hip crease so you feel that joint. And relax the neck. Like you can just be here breathing. Really, that's the pose. Take a deep breath in. No holds on the breath. Exhale out. But notice that you might have gotten a little more spacious. Keep the feet active. Breath long and stretchy on the inhale. Stretchy on the exhale. For stage 2, bring the hand a little closer to the body, tuck the chin and turn torso. Turn torso towards the right thigh. Keep left hand in that hip crease. Deep breath in. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, shoulder blades down, and wrap the shoulder blades. Spread the toes. Let the head hang a little more. Use your breath to create an expanse of the upper back. How expansive can you use it? Like a paintbrush, creating a swath, color. Stage 3. Take the hands, bring the right hand to the outer edge of the right knee, bring left hand in front of shin. Keep the feet active, torso lifted, shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pull it belly back and down as you push the feet together. That'll help lift the torso. Shoulders back, belly in and down. One more breath. Exhale the breath out. And then let that go. Press against the floor with your hands to sit up, and let's do the other side. Take a left hand out on the side on the diagonal. I just set this up on the fly because she was not moving. Bring the left hand out on the diagonal. Bend the elbow and push the palm into the floor. Take the right hand in the thigh, and if you're on Instagram, you're not going to see her, but she's over there. I got a picture of her earlier, and she's in the post. She's still there. Lean back on that palm, and as you breathe that swath of air through the whole back, feel for the way the breath lifts and widens the ribs. That's what we call telescoping in forest yoga. Feet pressing, toes wide. That's what we call active feet. And come into stage 2. Slide the left hand a little closer to the body. Turn torso towards right thigh. Tuck chin. Staying no less engaged and full with the breath in. And watching the breath as it leaves the body. Watching what happens with each breath in and out. I call that fascinating on the breath. All right, stage 3. Bring the right hand in front of the shin. Bring the left hand closer to the left knee, just on the back side. Activate the feet. Pull in on the belly and keep the feet pressing. That'll lift torso. And then take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, shoulder blades down. Wrap the shoulder blades forward towards the chest. Let go of the neck even more. Use your breath as the language through which you communicate with your body. The language and the way you use to communicate, sculpt the shapes. And to feel into the emotions and the mental landscape as well. One more breath. Exhale fully. And inhale to release. Use your hands to close your knees like a book. All right, let's do elbow to knee. Come onto your back. I've never been quite this close to the wall for all this. She cracks me up. I love her. She's a stray, by the way. Found her like playing outside at like 10:30 at night last September, the night before I started nursing school. And then we got her in the house. She was totally feral. Anyway, long story, but fun. Tell you another time. All right, come onto the back for elbow to knee. Let's do our stages. Let's start with feet on the floor, elbows in cactus position. At your sides, on the floor, palms up. Activate the feet and push the heels firmly into the ground, using that action to elongate the back. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath, push low back into the floor. Exhale, extend the right leg forward, push left heel down, pull low belly down. Inhale, bring right leg back to floor. Push heel into floor, hold the breath, push low back into floor. Exhale, extend left leg forward, pull low belly down. Soften the shoulders into the floor. Push right foot into floor. Inhale, left foot back to center. Hold the breath. Push low back into floor. Exhale, reach the right leg forward. Pull the low belly down, feel the left leg engage. Inhale, bring leg back to floor. Hold the breath, push low back into the ground. Exhale, extend left leg forward. Pull low belly down. Soften the front of the rib cage. Pull low belly down a little bit more. Inhale, left foot to floor. Hold the breath, push low back into the ground. Exhale, reach the right leg forward, pull low belly down. Soften the shoulders, soften front of ribs. Inhale, step right foot to the floor. Hold the breath, push low back down. Activate the feet. Exhale, extend left leg forward, pull the low belly down. Stay working with the arms in the cactus position for the next few rounds. Or if you have further to go, interlace the hands at the base of the skull. Point elbows straight up to ceiling. Everybody reactivate the feet and push the heels into the ground. If you are going further, inhale, lift the shoulders up. Everybody, push low back into floor. Exhale, reach right leg forward. You're lifted in the shoulders, turn elbows left, pull low belly down to everybody. Inhale, draw right to floor, foot to floor. Lower the shoulders if you need to. Hold the breath, push low back into floor. Everybody. Exhale, lift the shoulders if they're down. Everybody reach left leg forward, shoulders lifted, turn elbows left, pull low belly down. I think you got it, shoulder lifters, right? Inhale, everybody back to center, hold the breath, push low back into floor. Exhale, reach right leg forward, turn elbows left, pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, push low back into floor. Exhale, extend left leg forward, turn elbows right, pull the low belly down. Inhale, bring the leg back to center. Hold the breath, push low back into the floor. Exhale, reach the right leg forward so much that it actually feels like it's massaging your back to reach it. Pull the low belly down to enhance that. Inhale, bring the right leg to floor, bring elbows back to center. Hold the breath, push low back into floor. Exhale, reach left leg forward, turn elbows right, pull the low belly down. Inhale, bring leg back to center. For the final round, option will be to keep the feet off the floor, elbows, knees bent at 90 degrees. If you want to work that, you can also keep the arms in cactus. Decide. If you want to go further, inhale, pick the shoulders up, pick the feet up. Push low back into the floor. Exhale, reach right leg forward, turn elbows left, pull the low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, push low back into the floor. Exhale, extend left leg forward, turn elbows right, pull the low belly down. Inhale, back to center. Hold the breath, push low back into the floor. Exhale, extend right leg forward, turn elbows left, pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, push low back into the floor. Exhale, reach left leg forward, turn elbows right, pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, push low back into the floor, spread the toes. Exhale, reach right leg forward, pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, push low back into the floor. Exhale, extend left leg forward. Turn elbows right, pull the low belly down. Inhale, legs back to center, feet to the floor, shoulders down if they are lifted. Frog lifting through. Again, all moves can be done arms at cactus position. Let's do a few rounds. Start with feet on the floor. Bring your legs back into Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Pinky edges of the feet on the floor. Push the pinky edges of the feet into the floor and elongate the back by pulling the low belly down now. Everybody take a deep breath in. Push the low back even further into the ground. Exhale, push the feet together, pull the low belly down again and relax the shoulders, relax the ribs into the body. Release that, breathe and open up the low back. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up, bring the low back into the floor and push the feet together strongly. Inhale, release that, breathe into the low back. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up, pull the low belly down, push the pinky edges, the balls of the feet together, the heels. If you have further to go, pick your feet up, separate the feet, and turn the toes out to the edges of the mat or away from you. Knees are bent at 90 degrees, and then move the knees away from the armpits. Again, you can do this in cactus position. Right? Toes spread. If you have further to go, interlace the hands at the base of the skull and you can lift your shoulders up and down or keep them lifted. We're going to do about 6 rounds. Let's see what we got. If you're working further, interlace hands at the base of the skull. Inhale, lift, shoulders up. Spread the toes, everybody. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up, pull the low belly down. And by the way, you can keep your feet together, working the Baddha Konasana, right? Inhale, if you didn't already, breathe and spread your breath into the low back. Spread the toes. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up, lengthen the buttocks away from the low back, spread the toes. Inhale, broaden the back, broaden the pelvis. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up, pull low belly down, lengthen the buttocks, spread toes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up, draw the front low ribs into the body as you push the buttocks away from the neck. Take a deep breath in. Lower your heels if they got high. Mine did. Exhale. Curl the pubic bone up, pull the belly down, push out from the inner buttocks, through the inner knees, to the balls of the feet. Take a deep breath into the low back. Let the low back press into the floor. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up, wrap the shoulders forward, lengthen out from the outer hips, the outer knees, the pinky toes. One more breath. Spread it through the whole torso. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up, pull the low belly down, spread through the arches of the feet. Pull the low belly down again. Inhale, lay shoulders down if they're up. Use hands to close knees and place feet on the floor. Grab your block. If you've got a good sturdy one or a nice wide one, yay. Or just grab your sturdiest prop that you've got for bridge tonight. Draw the heels back to the buttocks. And let arms come down to the side once you get settled. Spread the toes and take a deep breath in. Exhale, push through the heels and lengthen the back. Keep it long as you lift the pelvis up. We'll hold here. Feeling for using the breath to literally paint the inside of your body. What color are you using tonight? Is it a rainbow? Might be. You might be lighting up all your chakras. There's a particular color that you're fixated on. Breathe into that one more. It's just a chakra that you probably need to attend to. Grab your block. Place it on the highest side you'd like to work with tonight, underneath your sacrum. Walk the left foot a smidgen closer to the right. Keep hands on the hips, making 90-degree bends at both elbows. Inhale, draw the right knee into the chest, and then exhale, cross right ankle on left thigh. Use the hands to lightly tilt the pelvis so the tailbone moves forward towards the ceiling. Where do you feel the colors of your breath in your body? Has the color changed? Inhale, draw your right knee into your chest. Settle the pelvis firmly on that block, and then settle the right foot down as you exhale. Inhale, left knee to the chest. Exhale, cross left ankle on right thigh. Spread the toes on both feet. Use your hands to create a little bit of a tilting action at the pelvis. The elbows will push into the floor. Widen the upper back as you breathe in. Front of the chest becomes soft. Breathe even deeper. To come out of the pose, inhale, draw the left knee into the chest, and exhale. Step that left foot down, press into both feet, and lift pelvis off block. Hold the bridge. Deep breath in. And then exhale, push down to the feet and lower all the way to the floor. Yummy. Roll over to one side, push into the floor and sit up. Use one hand to pick up your head. Hi, Sophia. You look so sleepy, honey. You look so sleepy. All right. Flip up if you need to. Don't if you don't. Let's come into dolphin. We're going to do a hip opener in dolphin tonight. I'll give you the cues. You can do this on the knees with knees down, or taking your knees down, or you can do it with your legs straight. Come on to 4 points of the body, tabletop position, palms under shoulders, knees under hips, curl toes under. If you are wearing long sleeves, slide them up so the elbows have perfect contact with the floor. Relax the neck. Swivel the hands to grab upper arms and then interlace the fingers forward. This is a great pose for those who have any shoulder conditions or tightnesses. If that's not your situation, separate the palms, forearms and palms press firmly into form. Everybody pause here and take a deep swath of breath in the upper body. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back. Wrap the shoulder blades around the body and forward and let the neck relax completely. Press the forearms down. Press the toes down. And this might be your move. Right? Staying on the knees. If you have further to go. Next exhale, straighten the legs, lift the hips. Let the head hang entirely. Feel for pressing evenly down through the palms, the forearms, the elbows. Feel for broadening the breath through the collarbones, upper back. Feel for engaging through the feet behind you. If you want to work with one leg up tonight, on hands and knees or in a full position, inhale, reach the right leg straight back behind you. And then bend the knee, and aim the foot towards the ceiling. Notice how that throws off the shape, so even it up. Left foot down, right foot reaches just as much as left foot is pushing down. And then open the knee to the side. With every bit of opening, see if you can even the dynamic of action through the right foot and the left foot. And then inhale, straighten the leg, unwind, close the hip towards the floor. Keep the leg reaching even as you bring that foot to the floor. Down to the knees if you need to between sides. If that's not your need, when you're ready, inhale, reach the left leg straight behind you. And then bend the knee and aim the foot to the ceiling. Maybe open up the knee, open up left hip. Again, feel for pressing through the left foot as much as the right foot is anchored in the ground. Use your breath to help you feel for the subtleties in the balance as it shifts. Come out of the pose, inhale, unwind, straighten the left leg and bring it straight to the floor. Separate the feet a little bit, create the balance. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, if your knees are up, lower them down. Turn to the tops of the toes and then shift the hips over the heels, embryo pose. Bringing your face to the floor or a block or blankets. I'm not doing that. You know why, for those of you who have been practicing with me for a little while. What are the colors that you are feeling as you breathe in? Now. Inhale, push down to the shins. Sit up on your knees, and then join me in a standing position at the top of your mat. Let's work in sun salutations today. And I see someone chatting at me.
Hi, Mary Jo.
Hey, Mary Jo, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, and it is recording live on YouTube. So this is about the time when things get a little weird with the, we've still got a good amount of time for the Instagrammers. So you might get a full practice tonight. Yay, we love it. And so always the best place, I've got a couple that I need to upload on YouTube. I'll try to get to that tomorrow. But generally, the best place to get everything, all of the classes are recorded, about 99% of them on YouTube, so there's a good amount there. Always go there. And Facebook Live, because that doesn't have a limitation as the Instagram does. So let's come up to a sun salutation. And for those of you who don't do sun salutations, feel free to modify these by either avoiding the chaturanga pieces or or just staying in tabletop and working as you're able, or just stepping up to the front of the mat and moving back and forth into the lunges. You don't have to do those chaturangas or down dogs or anything like that. All right? So come up to the front of the mat, big toes touch, or come to a wide hip distance stance. Spread the toes and bring hands to heart center. Another modification in the sun salutations is to do the moves with the legs, but if your shoulders are injured, you don't do the arm lifting. You just keep your hands on your hips. It's another choice as well. Take a deep breath in. Telescope the ribs wide. And then exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, shoulder blades down, tuck the tailbone and push down through active feet. Spread the toes. If you have further to go with the arms, inhale, reach the arms straight up, palms in, forward fold, exhale. Inhale, step the left leg back, pad the knee, lower the knee to the floor and point the toes. I patted the knee by flipping my mat. Inhale, arms can come up or keep them up. Exhale, hands down to the floor, and here is where you could just step forward and into a forward fold. Otherwise, come back to a tabletop position, hands under shoulders, or go all the way to plank. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come down to the knees. Push against the floor as you lower the torso. Straighten the legs, point the toes, cobra. Inhale, curl the pubic bone into the floor and lengthen and lift the chest. Exhale, lower down. Curl toes under. Pick the belly up to pick the torso up to table, or maybe go all the way to downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward, flip the edge of the mat over and lower right knee, point toes, low lunge, arms can come up or keep them low. We'll pause, take a deep breath here. Exhale, hands come to the floor, step forward and fold, neck relaxed. Inhale, push down into the ground and reach or keep hands on the hips to come up. Hands to heart center, exhale. Inhale, reach arms up. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, step the right leg back, knee to the floor, low lunge. Arms can reach, or keep them low. Hands to the floor, exhale. Tabletop or go right into your plank position. Pause, we'll breathe here. Exhale, lower to the knees, pull shoulder heads back and come all the way down. Straight reach back through toes, inhale. Lengthen from the tailbone to the crown to lift chest. Cobra pose. Exhale, lower. Curl toes under, come up through table or go all the way, downward facing dog. Low lunge, inhale, step the right foot forward. Pad the knee, left knee to the floor, arms are up. Low lunge, keep them low if you need to. You can work hands at the shoulders. Pause, take a deep breath here. Exhale, lower hands to the floor. Step forward and fold, neck relaxed. Inhale, push down firmly against the floor to come up. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, reach arms up. Forward fold, exhale. Low lunge, inhale, step the left leg back, arms come up. Hands to the floor, exhale. Tabletop or plank. Lower the knees, lower all the way to the floor. Cobra pose lifts on the inhale. Exhale, lower. Table or downward facing dog, or step forward and fold. Low lunge, inhale. Left foot is forward, right leg is back, knee down. Arms are up or they're low. Pause. Take one extra breath here. Hands to the floor if they're lifted. Step forward and fold, exhale. Inhale, round to reach to come up. Exhale, hands to heart. Rounding is only okay if you do not have bone density issues like osteoporosis or osteopenia. Inhale, lift up. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, step right leg back, knee down, low lunge. Arms can come up. Exhale, plank pose or table, your variation. Come down to the knees and then all the way to the floor. Inhale, lengthen the upper back to lift. Exhale, lower. Downward facing dog for your variation. Inhale, step the right foot forward, left knee down, lunge. Like breath extra here, enjoy it. Heat it up. Hands to the floor, step forward and fold. Inhale to come up. Hands to heart, exhale. We'll do one more round on your own. And one more round means both sides of the body, okay? If you need to watch, watch, but try to do it on your own and don't worry about getting it right. Okay, inhale. Take your time with your breath. Make them full on both sides of the breath. Like I forgot to take my extra breath on my last round. I'm gonna take it here though. And take your time, finish up on the round that you're on, okay? Finish up. I'll wait for you. I'm gonna drink some water. And as you're finishing up, again, want to just once more thank you for those of you who have shared and joined and been doing these classes with me. I will continue to do them free as long as I can. And the schedule will change up drastically next week because things have changed drastically in my schedule. So, my availability. So, as I catch my breath, just stay with me, and I will make sure that I can do as much as I can for you. I'm committed to doing that, and that does not waver. So, thank you for those of you who will be able to have the patience, and I know you will. So there's that. For those of you who follow on Instagram, we've got about 15 minutes left of the class, and hopefully we'll get through as much of the B series with 3 poses that we can. If you do not manage to, I probably won't catch back up with that, but it will be recorded on YouTube, or you can join me on Facebook Live. You can switch over now. Okay, let's come into the B series. So make sure you have a couple blocks nearby, and if you need to do some modifications, and again, you want some kind of a rolled up mat or pillow for later in the practice. For B series, bring the big toes to touch or step, work with a wider stance for stability. Activate the feet, spread the toes, and push through the heels. Bend your knees a little to get that anchor down through the calves and the heels. Reach arms up, inhale, sit in the chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your hands to your shins, your thighs, or just keep them on the floor. Scooping the chest forward and pushing back with the buttocks. That's for everybody. Take one breath here. Exhale, fold, step, or jump back to your plank or your table position. Pause, breathe in. And then exhale, lower through the knees or a full chaturanga to the floor. Lengthen the arms alongside the body, palms down. Stretch and point the toes. Take a deep breath in. Lengthen and lift the legs, the arms, maybe the chest. You can keep the chest down if you need to, especially if you have shoulder stuff going on. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, lower down, hands under shoulders, come up to your table, blow it off, step forward and fold, or go right to downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward, feet of warrior 2. Pivot the back heel down, create a heel to arch alignment. Extended warrior variation, bring left forearm onto thigh. Relax the neck. And take your right hand to your hip, or maybe bring it to the shoulder. Or if you have further to go, bring the hand behind the back to grab some piece of your clothing, maybe the left thigh. And soften the rib cage. It'll want to jut forward a little here. Actively soften it. Let go of the neck. You can even look down at your left toe. Spread the toes on both feet. You can stay here with the variation, or if you have further to go, take the block on its high side inside your front foot. Left hand on block. Keep pushing down through both feet. And inhale, maybe reach the right arm straight up and over the ear. Again, relax in the neck. Strengthen the action in the calves and push down through your feet. Maybe bring the hand to the shoulder or the hip if you want to work this deeper pose, but not to that top arm. Another breath, zipping up both sides of the waist. And then as it washes out, down the waist and down throughout the feet. To come out of the pose, if you have the arm reaching over the ear, pivot so the arm comes down to the floor, and then lower the right knee to the floor for pigeon pose. A great prop for pigeon is to take a blanket, fold it, and place it underneath the left hip. Keeping the left foot forward. Bring shin parallel with the front of the mat. So the prop helps that. You might need to bend your back knee to also do that. If you've got the leg long, either way, really, point back toes strongly and stay up on your arms, up on your hands. Maybe even use a prop for that. I like this move because it helps me curl the pubic bone forward and open up the low back. Keep your feet active, toes spread. If you have further to go, you can lower the block to one of its other two heights or come all the way to the forearms, maybe a forward fold over the front shin. Relax the neck. Whatever you do, keep the arms active, and this is a relatively passive pose, but it's actually not. Feel for an inward rotation of the right thigh, inward and up. No lengthening of the waist. Back toes reaching strongly. One more deep breath. It's really extended warrior variation. Exhale to come up. Use the hands. And you can step back to a plank position or hands and knees. You pick. Pause. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in. Be engaged in the legs, engaged in the belly. If you're in your plank, come down to the knees or a full chaturanga to the floor. This time, arms alongside the body with the palms up. Point the toes. Curl the pubic bone into the floor and inhale. Lengthen and lift the legs. Lengthen and lift chest. Exhale. Keep the length as you lower down. Hands under shoulders. And pick up. Come through table to down dog or stay in table or, again, blow it off. Just step forward and fold. We'll pause. Breathe in. And then inhale. Feet of warrior two. Step the right foot forward. Pivot the back heel down. Heel to arch alignment. Extended warrior variation. Inhale, bring right forearm on the thigh. Relax your neck. Look down at your toes. For variation, bring the left arm behind the back to grab some part of the clothes or maybe opposite thigh. That's not great for your shoulder. You can bring your hand to your shoulder or keep the hand on the hip. But stay active in the feet. Soft in the chest. Strong with the breath. Again, feel for that breath lifting the ribs away from the low back. Feel for softening the ribs in the front, the shoulders, the places where we over effort. To come into extended warrior, need my block. Bring your block inside your front foot on its highest side. Right hand on the block. Left hand can stay on the waist, the shoulder, or maybe reach the arm over the ear. Again, what part of the upper body can you soften in order to paint more vibrant energy through the bottom part of the body? To create another connection for the lower part of the body to support the upper part of the body softening and feeling. One more deep breath. Lower the hands to the floor. Pivot the back knee down. Let's come into that pigeon pose. And I'm actually going to turn around so you see the pose from the other side. So propping up the right hip, bringing the front shin parallel with the front of the mat. So that's what that looks like. The back knee can be bent, toes pointed, or straighten the leg. You can still work with that block, like I said, to stay high and getting clearance in the low back by curling the pubic bone forward. Toes stay active on both legs. If you have further to go, now I'm just seeing I'm kind of doing something weird to really tense my shoulders, right? That's my signal to take a deeper breath in and feel into the pose and move the energy into the low part of the body rather than up here where we're always kind of hanging out. And then making a more informed decision from that place, because my whole body's on board, not just a half or a quarter or a third, to go deeper into the pose. So I'm not just like jamming my body into something that it doesn't want to be in, or striving for some sort of perfection. Some profound experience. What a view it's going to be. Take a deep breath in. Where that resonates. One more breath. And then release. Push into the hands to lift the torso. Where are we going from here? Oh, boat class. Nice. So if you feel like you're missing out on any of these vinyasas because you're not doing them, you're choosing to step forward, all of them can be done in standing with the hands on the hips, pushing the feet down and lengthening the chest up. And I love this one because this is the interlace behind the back, which you can choose to do or not depending on your shoulder health. If you're doing it in standing, the cues are the same, all right? As they would be in plank, right? Push back through your heels. It's just a different relationship to the floor and gravity. Pull up on the belly. Reach back with the heels and down. Right? Same difference. Take a deep breath in. If you are in plank with me, you're like, get me out of this. Lower down to the knees or pull chaturanga to the floor. And here's where we interlace the hands if you want to, right? Or place hands on your hips if you're in standing mountain. Inhale. Reach back and down with the legs. Lift chest. Keep lifting in the chest. Feel for the breath, lifting the ribs away from the pelvis. Take one more breath. And then exhale, lower down. Hands under shoulders. Pick up to your table or go all the way down. Or not. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Feet of warrior one. Share the story. Actually, I think that does work. Share your story. Oh, I got to do that. Cool. All right. We'll see what happens. They're letting people know. So for those of you joining me on Instagram from here, you missed the other half of the class, but go back and try it. That's all I'm going to say. Otherwise, YouTube or Facebook. All right. Coming into warrior one, step the left foot forward, pivot the right heel down. Twisting warrior one, some choices. Bring the block inside the front foot on its high side is a great option. Bring right hand to the block, left hand to thigh. So you can step into this from that standing mountain, right? You know how to go. You don't just step in the right foot back. So lengthen the right thigh bone back and feel for a slight lift to the ceiling. That'll automatically bring us into a bit of a twist. All right? Look for that. Breathe into that. And then decide if you want to go further. Taking the right forearm on the thigh, make a fist, a little more of a balance move, and then cup it with your left palm so it looks like this. If you have further to go, bring the elbow outside the knee. It's a little deeper. And let the hips relax. Let them feel a little heavy. Take a deep breath in. What am I going? Oh, stage one. I know this one. This is really good. Inhale, unwind. Oh yeah, I wrote this class up the other day. That's what's up. All right, coming back into pigeon pose. So get your blanket, whatever prop you're using today for that left hip. Bring it under the hip. Front shin is parallel, back knee is bent or very, very straight. Twisting pigeon, stage one. Bring your hands around your front knee, or maybe all the way around to this side of the thigh. Push down to the pinky edge of that left foot. Pause. You may choose to stay the rest of this pose here. If you have further to go, you can come down to a block on your forearms or all the way to the floor. But if that just brought you into super cranky land, go back to stage 2. Where you can breathe and paint this pose with the colors that you want, not ones that are a limited Crayola box. Take a deep breath in. Exhale fully. And then inhale. Lift up from whatever stage you chose. Come back to center. Let's get it down dog. Let's do the other side. So step right back to downward facing dog, or step forward into your fold. And then step the right foot forward. Warrior 1, left foot back. Grab your block, place it on the highest side inside the front foot. Left hand on block. Right hand on thigh. Like the element of the twist is already here, right? Feel that. Left thigh is lengthening back and slight lift to that back thigh. But the hips stay heavy. The breath stays deep. Shoulders soft. Let yourself feel the pose. If you're going further, you can bring the left forearm on right thigh, make your fist, cup it with right palm. Or you can bring the elbow outside the knee. Stay relaxed. Stay full with the breath in. Feel yourself awash. Inhale to unwind. And then lower the back knee for that pigeon. All right. This is actually a class I wanted to teach my Wednesday night group back before we could, when we could all practice in the same room. Oh, those are the days. All right, bring the front shin parallel with the front of the mat. Twisting pigeon to the thigh. Walk your hands either to frame the front knee or around to the thigh. And stay up on the hands for now. And if that is still too low, you just bring a block to keep the pose a little higher up. Breath more complete. Shoulders are soft. Maybe coming down to the forearms on the block, you can be here. Got 3 heights on that block, or maybe forearms all the way to the floor. The dolphin that we did earlier really helps with this, right? So feel for that dolphin action in the forearms, wherever you're practicing. Feel for the feet pushing evenly into the floor. Pinky edge of right foot, left foot reaches back. And turn back and relax. Inhale, walk the hands back to the body if you were real low like I was, and then turn torso back to center. Step back, downward facing dog, or step into a forward fold. Feet of warrior 2. Inhale, step the left foot forward, pivot right heel down. Ostrich warrior 2 can be done keeping the hands on the hips, right? Take a deep breath in. Push down through the feet and tuck the chin. If you have further to go, you can come into a fold or even interlace the hands behind the back and move into your fold from there. Now the tendency will be to push the hips way far out to make the fold happen. So if that's happening, tuck the chin first. Pause. Take a deep breath in. Widen through the upper back. Exhale, pull the front low ribs into the body and sink into the hips more. This can be plenty. Keep releasing and softening in the upper body to come deeper into the fold. Spread the toes on both feet. Release the hands for head to ankle prep. You can take a block centered between the thighs, right under the chest. Right hand on block. Left hand comes to that hip crease on left thigh. If you have further to go, lower your block to another height or place foot hand on the floor under the chest. Lean towards the back leg. But feel for the even press of both feet into the floor. Shoulders soft. Chest soft and receiving. Inhale, walk your hands around. Lower the back knee to the floor. Twisting pigeon to the floor. Shin parallel with the front of the mat. Do what you need to with the back leg. Bring the hands around and either stay on the palms, lower to the arms, or even bring the right elbow inside the arch of the left foot, make a fist and cup it with the right palm. Left elbow and the arch of left foot. That makes better sense. Feel for pushing the pinky edge of the foot into the ground. Shoulders soft. Inward rotation of the right thigh. Neck relax. Moving the breath up both sides of the waist. And wind the arms. Inhale. Downward facing dog. As you exhale. Feet of warrior two. Inhale. Right foot forward, left foot back. Coming into your move, ostrich or hands on hips. Take a deep breath in. If you're working ostrich, interlace the hands. Forward fold on exhale. Engage. Even press of both legs into the floor. If your buttocks are way, way back behind you, it's probably because you have a lot of tightness in the upper chest. So start by tucking the chin, softening, breathing the upper chest and upper back wide. And then let those muscles soften and be absorbed into the body, and then see if you've got a forward folded. No, it's fine. Practice where the softness is happening. Head to ankle prep. Bring the block on its high side, centered under the chest. Left hand on the block, right hand on the thigh. Thumb is right in that groin crease. Turn the torso slightly towards the back thigh, but push evenly through both feet into the floor. Spread the toes. If you have further to go, move the block to a lower height or no block. Place left hand on the floor. And keep the torso turning to the back leg. You might have lost what's going on the front foot, so engage both legs evenly. And stay committed to full breaths in. Complete the breath out. Pigeon, twisting to the foot. Straighten the front leg. And then bring that back knee to the floor. For pigeon, pad up your right hip. Bring the front shin parallel with the front of the mat. Be twisting to the foot. Again, so parallel do what you need to do with the back leg to make sure front shin is parallel. And then walk the hands around to frame the front foot. Push against the floor with both palms. Inward and upward spiral of left thigh. Push pinky edge of right foot in the floor. This might be plenty. If you have further to go, you can come down to forearms or maybe take right elbow inside the right arch of foot and make your fist and twist a little deeper into the shape. Keep pushing the right pinky edge of the foot. That's going to flatten the foot out a little bit. Give you more of a push through the arch. Soften the shoulders. Inhale, unwind. And just come on to hands and knees from here. So for frog, belly down. It's a great pose. You can do this without a block, PS. Or not a block. I don't recommend a block actually at all. Without a pillow or a bolster or something like that. But it's awesome if you have that kind of prop. So come on to, if you're on carpet, none of this matters, but I'm not, obviously. So what I need to do, what you might need to do is to place one knee on your mat and one on your blanket so you have protection. You can take a block and place it under your forehead, and then take your rolled up mat and place it on the underneath the belly, right in the soft part of the belly. Resting the head on the block helps to keep the shoulders a little less engaged, but the forearms lightly pressing into the floor. So we actually did this pose on our back, right? The feet stay active. Make sure your knees are padded or else this doesn't feel awesome on the inner knees. With every exhale, lightly curl the pubic bone forward to lengthen the low back. And if the block is too high there, you can move it to a different height or have no block. Just rest your head on your palms. Shoulders soft. Feel for letting your belly envelop the roll. Like curl the pubic bone forward to wrap around that roll as you exhale. And the roll is in the soft part of the belly, below the rib cage and above the pubic bone. Let go for another 2 breaths. Stay engaged in the legs, engaged in the forearms. It's not just collapsing into the floor. This is obviously not a move to do if you're pregnant. Yes. Unless you have no roll. You can do it without the roll if you're pregnant. One more breath. And then to come out of the pose, slightly draw the knee that's on the slippy part, the blanket back closer to the body, and then get your hands under you, and then get the knee that's on the more stable prop closer in as well. And here is where I leave you. So thank you very much again for joining me. I will continue to provide updates on my schedule. Thank you again to those who have made donations to the channel. You can do that through paypal.me/Lisa Loring, L-O-R-I-N-G, Lisa Loring, Wellness ED. E is an elephant, E is an dog. paypal.me/Lisa Loring, Wellness.ed. So those of you who have done that, that's awesome. But I do offer these classes free. It's my gift. So any likes, shares, subscribes, and make sure you set up your notifications so you know when I do go live or when I post something. I don't just post stuff about classes, I post stuff about lately flowers, because it's spring and I love flowers. My cats, it's really a lot about my cats, but here we are. Anyway, I love you and I thank you. Make sure to take your Shavasana, set a timer for about 5 minutes or more. Enjoy. If you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to be in touch. Namaste.